Let's go ahead and sell the oak saplings. We're good for now. All right. So we made a little bit more money. And you can see our town worth has continued to grow up. Net worth 57,706. Doing all right, I guess. Let's see if we can't place a few more of these guys. Comfy chairs. So we want to be decking out this this main eating area, if you will, this grand hall. So the idea is to have a bunch of these long tables, these long stone tables with comfy chairs, make it look nice and fancy, all sorts of stuff. The fine comfy chairs, I'm not sure what we'll do with that yet. What we'll do with those. Maybe we'll have a central table where everything's super nice, or maybe we'll have like an upper area or something. I don't know. Anyways, we'll get that figured out. We'll get that sorted out. What we do have, though, are more tables to place. And I want to make sure that there's enough space for chairs. I think maybe that what the best thing we can do is just... Oh, darn. The tables can't be centered. It's not good. So if there's that much room, I think that's enough. We'll get that. We'll just start it like that for now. Nice and symmetric-ish. So we'll just start like that. That looks alright. So yeah, plenty of these turrets to shoot at enemies, help defend our base. I think the other thing that maybe we can get started on is trying to figure out what we're going to do for the entrance, the grand entrance. So obviously the entrance is going to be right here through the grand hall, but there's got to be more than just this flat stone wall, right? So my thought was, take a look at this real quick. You can see that it's not, you know, it's the center here for the grand hallway is going to be too wide. So we're going to have two big clay doors that'll be here to open into the main hallway. But we need something to go up and around that. That's my thought. So first of all, let's go ahead and move some of these beds out of the way. Just do the tedium of it. So the idea is to, so as I'm doing this, the idea is to have, again, some sort of grand entrance, some sort of big entryway that, you know, invites people in and lets them know you're going into a grand area. It's going to be something special. It's going to be somewhere, you know, I don't want to say royal, but maybe just a place of a little bit of reverence, if you will. Let's go ahead and get these cacti out of the way as well. So the idea is that somewhere along the way, the people of the town wanted to have just a big area to show off how wealthy, how blessed, if you will, they are. My thinking is that maybe the Great Lighthouse has brought in a lot of trade. It's brought in a lot of sightseers, people who want to see the actual the Great Lighthouse, maybe some religious adherents, that sort of thing, to come and visit, come and see the Great Lighthouse, that sort of thing. And so because of that, the town wanted to, you know, let's create an area where guests, travelers, you know, clerics, healers, monks, all sorts of folks can come in and you know, just kind of enjoy the wealth and hospitality of Guar Haracho, because let's be real, we've got a lot of money. At least it seems like there's a lot of money. So cacti are doing fine over here, which is good. Gives them a place a little bit closer to the farmers, which is probably where they should have been to begin with. But not complaining. So that's the idea. So some sort of entrance, that might be a problem. Some sort of entrance that shows, you know, people that they're going somewhere special. They're coming into a place that's important. But at the same time, I don't want it to feel too intimidating, if you will. I want it to feel like they are welcome and yet at the same time supposed to be kind of a little bit awestruck, if you will. So that's the thought. That is the initial thought. That ladder is probably going to have to go as well. So let's go ahead and take that ladder down, but we still need to retain a ladder so that they can get up and down to the Great Lighthouse. So let's just move it over there for now. This initially was supposed to be like the main entrance, but I'm thinking that we're gonna scrap that. We'll just cover this up, and this building, maybe that'll be like a smaller entrance, a side entrance. Let's go ahead and mine this out. Training caravan returns. Don't think we need anything that they have to offer. So a little bit more of each of these. Got more wood now, which is good. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of these spare doors that we're not needing. Same thing with stone piles. We don't actually need those. Let's go ahead and get rid of them. There we go. I think we're good. All right, so that gives us the start to our entrance. I also do want to, no. Let's go ahead and place the doors. So we got a couple of these tunnel doors here. And we'll do it on the very edge, the very outside. Like that. So that'll give us the start. Alright, trader returns. Yes. Take those ingots. Look at that. Some nice gold ingots. Lovely. Alright, so going with our color scheme, it's going to be, I'm not sure. I think we've been using new amber. So going with our color scheme, we're going to be mostly focusing on reddish tones, reddish colors, for this, because this is a civic-ish building, so you can see a lot of red here on the interior. So same sort of thing. We're going to focus a lot of red here. Actually, the first thing I want to do is outline the road here. So make it nice and wide. We'll make it one wider than the actual doorways, and we'll go 10 by 10 there to begin with. And can we get 10 wide? We can. Just perfectly. So it's just going to be a nice, wide, broad entrance to get here. So it's going to be kind of hidden away in the town a little bit, in the city a little bit, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. So let's go ahead and, let's just go ahead and get that built. So get that started on. So that's the thought. That's the initial thought, at least, for these for this big grand entrance. The other thing that I want to integrate in, this is just kind of random, but as I was building the gatehouse, and as I was starting on the gatehouse, as I was building these watchtowers, I wanted something to kind of like, I don't know, encapsulate the door a little bit, because it just kind of looked weird being like there on a flat face on the wall, which having it like a flat wall is just very strange to begin with. Especially in like these blocky games like Minecraft or Stonehearth or other games where you just have this flat one-dimensional wall. It might look normal, like in real life, but with just that flat texture, it looks very dull. So I started just started encapsulating the door a little bit. Like how would it look like in a military sense of like how they would encapsulate the door, and then let's put a little flair, a little garnish, and so just this simple little motif, if you will, kind of came out of that, and I like it, and I like it enough that I want to repeat it. So we're definitely going to integrate that as well. Wow, they're already done with it. That's impressive, guys. Nice job. So we're definitely going to repeat that in that motif here as well. I'm thinking that the other thing we could do is repeat something like the lighthouse. I don't know. We're just going to kind of experiment a little bit. So again, this is meant to be, inviting yet awe-inspiring. So I'm thinking that doing something a little symbolic, if you will, of the lighthouse. Right? Okay. I'm just kind of going with it right now. Right, because the lighthouse really is the center, it's the focal point of the town, at least at this point, and at least that's how I meant it to be. Let's go ahead and do kind of those. Let's undo those. It's a little too much, and then you've got kind of this gray portion at the top and the fire that comes from that. Can we get a nice... I don't know, kind of representing like fire or something like that? The light that comes out from it? I'm just spitballing right now, guys. Just kind of creating. Just kind of thinking through. Something like that. What else do I want to do? I think the base needs a little bit more. More base. Like so. This is definitely not finished. I'll say that. For starters, again, I want to integrate that motif I've been doing with the... but let's do it double wide. Right? Everything that's good comes double wide. I don't know what I mean by that. Just ignore that. Trader brings seeds from distant land. Acorns. I already have acorns. Hence my grove of massive oak trees. So something like that. Motif is kind of there. You do it like that. I think that looks pretty decent for now. Again, this is very much, it's definitely symbolic. It's not meant to be anything functional. It's meant to be much more ceremonial, ritual. I don't want to say like flashy, but maybe a little bit flashy. A little bit. Let's go ahead and make this a bit wider. At least here at the bottom. Then I want to go back to winter hazel. Maybe do something like that. The idea being, actually I know what I want. Let's get rid of those and replace it with that. That looks much better. So the idea, so you kind of got this reverse pattern down here, and then the idea that you've got like this light source here at the top. Let's see how it looks with see how it looks with that. Yeah, I kind of like that. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. It's definitely not enough, though. There needs to be something out front here. There needs to be something. Let's go ahead and let's do a little bit of this slate gray. And let's do 5 by 5. Like so. think there needs to be... I think maybe we need to do like a build-up of some sort. Again, give it a little bit more dimension. So let's just see what it looks like. Oh, saving real quick. Let's just see what it looks like if this is thicker. And I know that I missed some stuff there on the bottom. I do that intentionally just so I can, you know, compare looks back and forth, see if I like something, if I don't. I don't know. I'm not sure just yet. I think what we can do though is this. That. Again, give it more of a ledge. Let's go ahead and what I was actually thinking was something like that. Change up the motif just a little bit, just enough. Just enough to make it interesting. I think maybe that might be pretty decent. We'll put a tower brazier or something out here. Actually, that's a good thought. Let's give that a shot and see what it looks like. It's under decorate. That. I'm thinking that we'll put these short ones here along the top. Again, really focusing on this motif of lots and lots of light. And let's go ahead and get rid of this guy here on the bottom. And maybe just some wall lamps or something here. There on the edges. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Do some small wall banners. There and there. They are already placing them. Because apparently they're not attached to the building. So, oh well. That's fine. Ooh, camera got a little wonky there. What else? If you guys have any ideas, if you have any thoughts, be sure to post them below. Let me know. I'm interested in hearing what you have to say, hearing what you're thinking. And if you think something looks terrible, let me know if it looks terrible. There we go. That's what I want. Fire pits on each side. That looks much better. So again, a lot of light. So we got this light symbolism, lots of lights up here, and then little lights there on the sides as well. You know, I'm pretty happy with that actually. Let's go ahead and finish that editing. 8 braziers. Okay. Yeah, go for it. Let's see how that looks. Seeds, acorns. No, I don't need acorns. I've already got massive oak trees. I do not need your acorns, sir. Or ma'am. Or whatever you are. Individual. So there we go. Got our little symbolic gateway underway. Thanks for tuning in to another episode here on APG. Click the boxes below to watch another episode, click the circle to subscribe, and leave a like and a comment below. Connect with me on Facebook and Twitter, and join me next time for more indie, iconic, and memorable gaming moments here on Additional Pylons Game.